One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's... The Cavaliers will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Boston College Eagles offense will go to work first. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game, like we've seen throughout his career, when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
With the catch, it's Ware. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes! Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Golden Eagles have their offense in high gear. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Nice move there. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The give to the back. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Boston College!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cavaliers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
It's complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Cavaliers can really attack on this second and short. Swings it out to the flat. Spins away from the defender. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Allred. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Cavaliers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got his man downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Virginia.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Peters. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
The Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Another incompletion on third down. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Allred. Makes the grab. At midfield, he's got room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Cavaliers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Makes the grab. It's Stockton. At the 20, he's got space. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10. catch in the middle. It's Stockton. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll keep it himself. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform.
Slithers into space. Turning it on!
It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Charlotte. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. On target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. On the sweet spin, and he's free. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Pocket breaking down. It's on target and complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. Smashes through the tackle. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. The give on the inside. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. So a drive there of 84 yards. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Allred. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Cavaliers want to crank the tempo.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Stockton. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. The running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Ware. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Runs through a tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Golden Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Peters. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with it 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big 3rd down stop.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Allred. That's caught. It's Stockton. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line. And the Cavaliers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Finding open areas. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They'll go hurry up here. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Snags it down the right side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boston College.
love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to throw. It's Allred. Rushes on him. Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback's got the first. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's complete. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He's got an open man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Quickly complete.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Touchdown, Virginia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. From the gun, the ground game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's all red. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Cavaliers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. From the gun on third down. Quickly to the tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Cavaliers look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Leaves it with the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Quick release on the RPO. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Looking to throw, it's all red. They'll run the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Stockton. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Cavaliers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Flying out to the left. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Boston College! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running to the left. Running to Green. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's all red. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Grab behind the line. It's Stockton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll do it himself. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Ware. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Punt is on its way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. The give on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And some room to work. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Got it behind the line. It's Stockton. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The give out of the gun. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. It'll be third and long. He'll pull it on the read. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He'll throw on third down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Golden Eagles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Wants to throw on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give as they work on that clock. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now the pitch. Made a defender miss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look